lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I am doing another Top 5 Wednesday. I'll post the link to the Goodreads group in the description below if you want to check that out. And this week's topic is characters you defend. These are characters you love but no one else seems to, so you're always defending them. I don't know if nobody else loves these characters, but I feel like these tend to be darker characters, so I have to defend their actions more than like nobody else loves them. I don't know, I have a thing for the villains, I guess, and like getting in their head and figuring out why. So the one that I obviously always talk about, like I feel like I do it all the time, like every video, is Loki. So I have to mention him. He is the god of mischief and Thor's adopted brother who kind of gets ignored and pushed aside. And I get Loki and why he does it. And I love the fact that he's kind of just out for himself. Like, he's not necessarily a good guy or a bad guy, although he normally plays the bad guy part. But, like, he is for himself, so, like, even the other bad guys don't trust Loki. I love his character, that he'll just do whatever it takes to get his plans done. He's very ambitious, and sees the world differently, and I love Loki. I love Loki. Next, I have Professor Snape from the Harry Potter series by J K Rowling. I feel like this is one where this was a bigger thing before the last book got released, and we were like, oh, he was working for Dumbledore the whole time. But even after he's like one of the good guys, he still gets a lot of slack for like how he went about doing it. Like, he treats Harry awfully, and I totally will not argue with that on that point. But I don't think his methods are necessarily wrong, or why he did what he did. So yes, I still defend Professor Snape. And Snape being a good guy doesn't negate anybody else's being a good character either. There are different ways to fight for the same cause. Next, I have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from Robert Louis Stevenson's book. They're the same character. Dr. Jekyll creates this potion that turns him into this darker character, Hyde, and I get where Dr. Jekyll's coming from, like with creating this potion and trying to get that scientific advancement and seeing what could happen, and then like once he gets to this darker side, like trying to explore it fully, and his defense of Hyde. So I get him, and so I feel like I also have to defend Hyde and Jekyll for doing that. Next, I have Frankenstein's monster from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and this isn't really people who've read the book, but it seems to be people who haven't and are basing their opinions on the monster off of movies or like pop culture references. And the monster is this character who didn't ask to be created, and he just wants to be accepted and to find his place, and he lashes out because he doesn't get acceptance. And so I get him and pity the monster for just trying to figure out who he is and where he belongs in the world. And last, I have Belle from Secret Diary of a Call Girl, or The Intimate Adventures of a London Call Girl. I think that's the original title. By Belle de Jour. And these are non-fiction accounts of an actual London prostitute and her clients and her life and trying to live this double life, where some people know that she's a prostitute and some people don't. And I love just exploring that. And I feel like this is mostly, I end up defending this fact that I read this book when I do talk about it, because it's something that I kind of don't talk about much. But I find it really interesting, that psychological thing about what kind of clients she has and why they see her, but also how she interacts with her friends and how her friends treat her differently, depending on whether they know or they don't know, or how they each have a different take on this and what her perspective is on it. I don't know, I like this book. So there are my top 5 characters that I defend. Let me know in the comments below what characters you are always defending, if you feel the same way about any of these guys, or whatever. Peace out, I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye!